Sir, you're charged with interference to the duties of a public servant. Yes, sir. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. Yes, sir. On March 28, 2025, an officer was in the process of serving a capital murder warrant on a suspect in Harris County, Texas, conducting a felony stop. The defendant, who was identified by his Texas ID card, pulled up on the officer's perimeter, got out of their motor vehicle, and began walking to the residence where the burner suspect was. The officer's supervisor ordered the defendant to stop and stay right there. The defendant refused and continued to ignore officers while walking towards the residence. The officer's supervisor ordered the defendant to step back multiple times and then grabbed the defendant and took him to the ground. Him? Yes, Your Honor. Was he the capital murder suspect? No, you aren't. I live there. Stop. Oh, sorry. I believe that they were in the process of serving a warrant on someone else at the residence, and that's when they came in contact with the defendant. She was stuck going towards a reservoir. What ended up happening? Looks like after fusing commands, there is a brief struggle where he was detained. Was the murder suspect there? I'm not sure. It's not. I have no further facts that show if the war was service was complete, unaware, not Your Honor, very completed at the time. I just read they were in the process. And we need to be at the residence read again. If you don't mend it on March 285 of the law enforcement officer, and Squad 5 of the Houston Police Department's Gang Division served a capital murder warrant for a suspect observed inside a truck at a nearby residence. While conducting a felony stop, the defendant, who was identified by his Texas ID card, pulled up on the perimeter, got out of the vehicle, walked to the sidewalk, and began walking to the residence where the murder suspect was. The supervisor then ordered the defendant to stop and to stay right there. The defendant refused and continued ignoring officers and walking towards the rest of the supervisor ordered him to step back multiple times. The defendant was once again ignored the officers, and the law enforcement grabbed the bounce and the ground. Okay, so now, but when you first started, you said they were going to capital murder suspect in a car. Yes, Your Honor. That's what, so I was originally reading the summary, and I'm going straight from the gems now. Your Honor, it looks like the suspect was observed inside a truck at a nearby residence. So, the suspect is not even in the residence. No. Then they later state that that the suspect that the defendant here was walking toward the residence where the murder suspect was. I'm not sure. I have nothing. I find no problem causing your case. Just be careful, man. When you get into a pissing match with I understand who's going to win. They are. I understand. No. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Judge, the arrangements we have left, we're waiting on the attorneys to show up. Okay. So, Johnson, we're done for now. Knock anybody stop.